Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be painting a resin 3D printed Guts from BERSERK. As always, I'm starting off with a zenithal highlight to help guide the shadows and highlights later on. The centerpiece of this base is acrylic blood. I want it to be glossy and realistic. For that I used about 3 coats of Tamiya clear red. Sadly, most of the footage got lost. To help give that wet blood look, I added a coat of gloss varnish. Next up is the skulls scattered around the base. I painted all 3 the same way. A base coat of rotten white, followed up with light dry brushing of dry rust and vomit to give them a dirty, decayed look. Then I used black panel liner to deepen the cracks and eye sockets for more detail. I'm not fully caught up on the BERSERK manga, so I'm not sure how this creature relates to the story, but it looks pretty cool. I started off with painting his teeth rotten white and his eyes blood red. I used Gravelord Gray, which is basically black when brushed on by hand, to create the border around the eyes. Also, I used the same paint by airbrush for the base coat of this creature. For his tongue, I used fresh blood. It's my first time using this paint, so I wasn't sure if this was gonna look good, but I quickly realized it was exactly what I wanted. I wanted to add more detail to his teeth, so I dry brushed on some vomit paint to make them look a little yellow. To finish off, I wanted to darken the rest of the inside of his mouth, so I used black panel liner for some quick shading. There's also a piece of armor lying on the base. I airbrushed it with a steel metallic paint, then hand painted gold on the extra details. I used smoke ink for his belt to give it a dark leather type of look. I then dry brushed on this leather brown paint to lighten it up a little and add extra detail. For one final detail to the base, I wanted to make it look like blood was leaking from the middle to the outside of the base, so I used clear red Tamiya paint and tried to replicate dripping blood. For the beadlet, there's not much to do, especially with it being so small, so I quickly painted it this Citadel pinkish red color and then used smoke ink for the rope part. Guts armor is a metallic gray. I started off with adding a base coat of metallic silver to his armor and his sword. To darken the armor, I followed up with a coat of metallic black. You can quickly see the armor start to turn into a light gray, and the areas I want to be a darker gray, I just have to spray a little longer. Guts' cape is black, so I airbrushed it black. I also used silly putty to mask off the armor piece of his head to avoid overspray. I then used Citadel Abaddon black paint for the leather parts of clothing that are in between his armor. For the handle on Guts' sword, I used smoke ink. I wanted to make the sword look a little beat up, so I dry brushed on some dry rust on the pommel and the guard to give it a battle-used feel. The inside of Gut's sword is darker than the outside, so I hand painted the intersection with the same metallic black from earlier, then airbrushed it again for a smooth second coat. Gut's sword wouldn't be complete without blood. I splattered thick blood for a dried blood effect, then added blood red so there would be a mix of what looks like dried blood and fresh blood. To finish off the paint job, I used that same blood red paint to add the final details on his helmet. Now that our figure is painted, we can move on to the most satisfying part of this process and begin the assembly. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to support me beyond this channel, you can follow me at FiguresForged3D on TikTok and Instagram. Links are in the description. We're about to roll into the final shots, so hit the like button if you want to avoid bad luck for the next 3 days. Leave a comment, subscribe, bell thingy. Thanks, bye.